Hi, it's Jenna. Here again with another video blog. So this blog is for week 11, film 14, and the question that I'm answering is why is this film hard to watch and why does it make the film more interesting? From this film, the whole time watching, I was just kind of like, what's going on? What am I watching? What's going to happen next? And I think that overall that makes the film interesting because there was just so much unpredictability. So where I was like on the verge of my seat, wanting to just slam my laptop shut, but also wanting to be like, okay, well, what? um, like you just had no idea what was coming next, and like just how it went from like the narrator to Dolly and then to scenes, and it was just round and around and around. It definitely kept me on my toes while watching, but I also kind of felt like I was watching an old cartoon with my grandpa with all the switching scenes. Um, so one reason this film was difficult to watch was because of Dolly's speaking. At first, I was confused because the first 2 minutes have like no welcoming at all, and I expected at least to have an introduction. And while he was talking, it almost reminded me of my vision without my glasses on. um, like when I'm looking at something far away, I can make out the few letters and then like use my brain to like piece the words all together to make a word. And that's kind of how I felt while watching this. Like I'd hear like it was just impossible to watch and understand. But then like I'd pick up a few words while he was talking and I'd be able to piece it together and at least comprehend a little bit of what he's saying at a time. Um, he talked so rapidly and just was all over the place, which I should have expected. And I did have to rewatch a few pieces because I was just like, huh? But yeah. But I feel like one of the worst parts was around the hour and a half or half hour mark, and it was just really rough and fuzzy, and I almost felt like it was another language. Another reason this film was difficult to watch was because of his costume choices. Very interesting and almost comical. Compared to the rest of the films we've watched for this course, this is just so different. Like, for one example, one of the costumes was like a giant T-shirt and like a tie, and I like almost gasped, and I was like, "What? What am I watching?" And one of my favorite scenes that from this film that I don't even know if it counts as a costume, but it definitely tricked my mind a little bit, a lot of it, was when there was a canvas with the green background and some trees, and it was just kind of like a basic landscape. And then the canvas opened their mouth and their eyes, and I realized that it was a person looking back. And that threw my mind a loop for a minute, and I had to kind of like reevaluate what I was watching, and I was like, that's a person, not just a painting. And it also makes me feel like I need to pay better attention to things like that. And then I need to look at all the details, or else I'm going to miss something really important. Dolly's definitely like a different kind of soul. And this article that states, and it's cited in my blog, he loved creating a sensation, not to mention controversy. Publicity and money apparently mattered so much to Dolly with twitching his waxed upturned mustache. Dolly's just a strange guy, and I feel like that's why he is so famous and known. He's just different. Another reason this film was difficult to watch was because of the narrator, or lack of narrator for all of it. I'm very thankful that he came in for some of the film. Like without him, I think I would have been completely lost and confused. Like the scene with the big costume, the narrator cleared that up with a simple explanation. I kind of wish he would have stuck around for more of the film and gave it more of a structure, but I think that was the point of the film, minimal structure to depict Dolly's mind and life. As an artist, he never held back, and then according to one of my sources, who is cited in my blog, Freudian theory underpins Dolly's attempts at forging a visual language capable of rendering his dreams and hallucinations. These account for some of the iconic and now ambiguous images through which Dolly achieved tremendous fame during his lifetime and period. So yeah, overall, I felt like this film was so different from past films and documentaries we watched, and probably through all of us students watching it in a loop. But I liked it. I liked that it was so different. But that's it for today's vlog. In my actual blog, I attached a picture of Dolly with his mustache. He's just such a strange guy, and I kind of think he's fascinating. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.